Hi guys, happy holidays, and I wanted to do something fun that maybe you have time to do with a winter break coming up, and you can do this with kids too. I wanted to help you guys make a facial mask, and I do mean a hydrating facial mask off of something very simple. In this case, we're going to be using hibiscus. This is all I have left of this hibiscus. My friend Tiffany Benson from Team Benson Desert Garden, check out her channel. She grew these and we did a collaborative effort, and I left her place with a handful of these roselle hibiscus flowers, and I said, I'm gonna do something with these because I just can't pass it up. And one of the reasons is they are full of vitamin C. So if you've had spa treatments that were full of vitamin C, ascorbic acid, citric kind of acid, and it broke you out and you can't use that in your products, I bet you could take vitamin C off of a flower. Much more gentle. This is very hydrating. And I used a couple of things from my garden too. And so we're gonna make up a mask that's amazing. Tomorrow, I'm probably gonna microneedle my face. I'm a licensed esthetician, and I'm gonna use some of this mask to repair and build hydration in my face. And this is a homemade thing that you can do on your own. So now that Tiffany Benson has given me this gift, I feel like I need to give you all a gift, and we're going to make a beautiful mask out of this. So I had this great, it was just a handful, and I actually have another project with that handful. So don't act like you never have enough, because I got a handful, and this is just one of the projects we're going to do. So if you have my workbook, we're on page 1718, Teas and Decoctions. And so you might want to make some notes, because this is actually a cosmetic that we're going to do. But we started with a tea with this one. I let it brew for a while, a little bit closer to a decoction. Infusion is what I would call it. And so I let it go for 10 minutes or so. And the main thing is I wanted all that beautiful rosette. Look at the color of this. Oh my God, like for a Valentine's mask, that's amazing. So I'm like so happy to use this. Beautiful in color, great hydration. And so I'm just gonna strain a little bit into a bowl, because I brewed this just with hot water like you would a tea. So, okay, so we have a little bit of this. Look at this beautiful pink, okay? And right here we could stop, and you could put that on your face and you would be fine if you just did that. You wanna make it a little more sophisticated though? I did that because I have aloe vera in my yard, and I sliced it on the sides, okay? It's almost like a hunk of meat, so interesting. Opened it up, scooped all of the beauty out of this. I blended mine a little bit in a blender. You don't have to, with a little bit of filtered water, aloe vera juice. Now, we are gonna add aloe vera juice to this. I have to warn you, if you have a latex allergy, the aloe vera juice, be careful with that if you're not allergic to latex, and don't make that up for yourself for attention. If you're not allergic to it, please put that in. It is so hydrating for the skin. It's also good taken internally. It's also a bit of a laxative. Beware, 1 teaspoon might do you. But we're going to use this externally, topically, and so hydrating. So we have the hibiscus. Now I took from my plants in my yard and scooped out the aloe vera, made a juice. I'm going to add probably just a tablespoon. Look, I don't make this like crazy with the measurements. this right here would be beautiful all over your face. There's no structure to it, so you're like, how would I put that on my face? Just use gauze pads, dip it in there, put it on the face, okay? But if you want it a little more sophisticated, I have French pink clay, okay? So we're gonna detoxify, we're going to hydrate with this clay because this isn't like white clay, which is very drying. And we're going to put a teaspoon of this in here and we're gonna start mixing. And the reason I like the clay, it's not necessary as I start mixing it, is it's like it starts giving it a structure. Kind of like spaghetti sauce. You make spaghetti sauce and then all of a sudden you're like, man, this is really runny. It's really all over the place. It's like tomato juice. And you would put tomato paste in there to give it a structure. So as I put in this clay, it starts to thicken up. And so as we get a thicker mask, so we've done aloe vera, a decoction infusion made out of our beautiful hibiscus, and all I'm doing is adding some clay. I'm thickening this up. Because when I'm done with it, I'm gonna be sending Tiffany some mask. I'm going to jar it up and she's gonna get a gift for giving me a handful of that plant. We're gonna actually get 2 products out of this. And I need some too. So keep adding if you want it nice and thick. It's fine the way it is, quite frankly. I mean, you don't need any more here. So if you felt like you're not comfortable adding too much, you're fine just putting this on your face the way it is. I'm just looking, like I said, spaghetti sauce. I'm just looking at some more structure, thicken it up, it sticks to my face better. If I were to use this on a client, they would expect something to stick to their face a little tighter, the way a manufactured mask is. And all they use is clays, green clay, white clay, pink clay, you name it. That's what they put in their formulas. So you are making something that, oh, look at this. It's thickening up. You're making something amazing right here out of the garden. So you could do this tea mixture with roses if you don't have hibiscus, or if you have a friend that would be willing to give you some of these flowers. And I actually let them dry out and made it into a tea. Look how beautiful, I mean, bright pink. This is the most feminine mask. This is a very feminine plant. And I mean, that's what I have left of the leaves, and I have another plan for that. So very little, look at how very little we're using to, 2 people are going to be using this mask. So like I said, you could have stopped at the first step. You could have stopped at the second step. Just cutting this open and getting the nice, like the pulp out of this and blending it with some good filtered water. Like I said, I'm gonna save the rest of this in a jar in the fridge because this can go into smoothies. This is great for your internal organs. It is a bit of a laxative. And like I said, if you have a latex allergy, don't make one up. If you actually have a latex allergy, omit that. It's not for you. Okay, look at how nice and thick this is becoming like a mask. Okay, this is a mask that you would get at a salon, spa, and they would tell you it's some exotic, expensive, right? And we're using our finest hibiscus mask on you, and that'll be $200, ma'am. Or you can make this yourself. And for your friends, you can just put stuff in little jars, but do tell them that refrigerate it and use it up right away. We're not using any preservatives here. This is kind of meant to be used right away. I'm going to refrigerate it and then I'm going to ship it, and it's just across town. Now, if she was in Europe or something, I may not venture to do that. I don't want anything going bad because we don't have a bunch of parabens and stuff in this formula. But look at, like with that handful of flowers, this is just one recipe. I added some things that I grow too and made it this is a very sophisticated mask. If a very expensive spa suggested that they were going to use this on you, you'd be like, hot dang, yeah, I want it all, give it to me. And you can make this at home. So I hope this was pleasant. I want to wish you the best holiday that is coming up this whole season, and we've got a couple weeks really of this season, and I love you. I hope you try something like this out. You know, take the power away from these big companies. They're going to charge you a lot. People are going to be tight on money. No reason to give up your beauty, your happiness, or your fun. Just make something like this. Look how quick that was. That was so quick. So if you have the workbook at athenas-body.com, we were operating off of pages 17, 18. We just did more of an infusion decoction kind of thing. In the back of the book, I have more on cosmetics. We'll do that on the next video. We're gonna get a little more sophisticated with this plant. And really just a handful. Look at everything I made. So we don't need a lot to be happy or fulfilled, but we do need to be talented and have a bit of a willingness. So if you have those two things, you can have a great mask. I can't wait to send this to you, Tiffany. This is a beautiful hydrating mask. It's gonna go into a container, and you're gonna know that that's a hydrating mask for you. I do suggest, like I said, use it up within a week or two. It doesn't have the parabens. It's not gonna hold. It doesn't have a shelf life, but my gosh, just use it right now and use it anywhere, neck, chest, on your hands. I mean, it's beautiful. These plants were given to us, and let's make the most of them. So I adore you. I will see you after the new year, and we're gonna do some more things with this roselle plant. Lip, cheeks, I don't know. We can do amazing stuff with this feminine plant. So I'll see you later. Okay, bye.